The honourable member for Chisholm.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister assisting the Prime Minister for Women's Issues. I refer the Minister to the Women and Work Choices report released today. In particular, I refer the Minister to the case study of Leanne, a fast food worker with 5 dependent children, and I quote, "Leanne formerly managed a fast food outlet. She was dismissed from employer, a company managing employment for over 50 employees across several franchises, without reason. The dismissal came as a complete shock to Leanne. Leanne was forced to take virtually the first job she could get, which was only casual work, with her hours varying."
Order. The member has the call. The Minister.
And I wasn't assisted at the outset.
Minister for Employment. The member for Chisholm has the call.
Leanne was forced to take virtually the first job she could, which...
Order. The question. The member for McKellar, resume a seat. The member for Chisholm, resume a seat. The member for McKellar on a point of order.
Refer you, Mr Speaker, to the House of Representatives' practice and your further rulings. In accordance with that long preambles such as we are hearing are out of order. And I would ask you to direct the member in that way.
The member resume a seat. The member for Chisholm will come to her question.
Leanne was forced to take virtually the first job she could get, which was only casual work, with her hours varying between 18 and 30 per week.
The member will come to her question.
How can the government say that working families in Australia have never been better off when this could happen today to a hard-working mother and be legal under work choices?
Order. The Honourable Minister for Education, Science and Training, and the Minister assisting the Prime Minister on Women's Affairs.
Mr Speaker, I thank the member for her question, and I am aware of this report. I am aware that it was a very small sample. 121 women were interviewed for this report. Some of the stories were clearly distressing to read, and I would suggest that these people should take their stories to the Workplace Ombudsman, if in fact that is the case. I also noticed that this survey was done before the Australian government introduced the fairness test. And there's a very important political point here to make, Mr Speaker. The fact is that since the Howard government came to office, more than 1 million women have obtained work in Australia. Over 1 million women now have a job. About 515,000 of those are full-time jobs, and about 578,000 are part-time jobs. Women have more choice, more opportunities, more flexibility in the workplace than ever before.
The Minister resume his seat. The Minister resume his seat. The member for Fowler has been warned. She continues to interject. The member for Fowler will remove herself under Standing Order 94A. The Minister.
Mr Speaker, there's also another point I want to make here, and that is that instead of acknowledging that 1 million Australian women now have a job under the Howard government, and remembering that back in 1992 there were 1 million people unemployed in this country. I mean, under Labor there were 1 million people unemployed. Since we've been in government, 1 million women have been able to get a job. There's also another point I want to make, and that is that the Labor Party seems to be engaged in its own series of extreme makeover. You've got the Leader of the Opposition, who is now trying to appear as a fiscal conservative, and in fact—
Order. The Minister resume his seat. The Honourable the Manager for Opposition Business.
Mr Speaker, on relevance, this is about unfair dismissal laws which have—
The member will resume his seat. The member will be aware that there was a rather lengthy question there. The Minister is in order. I call the Minister for Education, Science and Training.
So you've got the Labor Party undertaking these extreme makeovers. You've got the Leader of the Opposition doing glossy ads declaring to be a fiscal conservative to distract attention from the fact that over the last 9 years he's voted against every single fiscally conservative reform in this House. You've got the Deputy Leader of the Opposition doing her glossy photo shoots to distract from the fact that that under her industrial relations policies, the Australian economy would go backwards.
The Minister resume his seat. Order. The Deputy Leader is also warned. The Minister has the call. The Minister will be heard.
If the Deputy Leader of the Opposition was so concerned about working women, what about Cassie? Have you called her back? Called Cassie back recently? So, Mr Speaker, while we've got the Labor Party desperately trying to distract people's attention from their policies, we've got independent economists telling us that under Labor the economy will go backwards. 300,000 jobs will be at risk because of the harsh reality of their industrial relations laws. Interest rates will go up 1.4% and the economy will suffer if Labor were ever to get into government. Mr Speaker, the industrial relations laws that this government has introduced have ensured that nearly 300,000 jobs have been made available for working families in Australia since WorkChoices was introduced.
That was a recording.